I'm You're gonna hear me mentioning necromancy probably here and there,
Okay.
because I'm building my raccoon necromancer for a game I play at
Oh
one.
yeah, that. Yeah. You told me the concept, at least.
Ahoy,
Hello.
Max.
Ahoy! What is up?
Shalom.
Not too much.
Just booting up Kerbal for another stream today.
Nice.
Yep. Streamed for 4 hours yesterday. We'll see how long I can keep it up today.
Yeah, I was actually just popping on to. So you were streaming for 4 hours?
That was yesterday, yeah.
Because when I went and checked on Twitch, it didn't show you online, and that was like at 2 or 3 o'clock maybe. But
No,
unless it was
I
later
was
than I
on
thought.
from I was on from noon to 4.
Okay.
Could have been during one of the like 6 times apparently my internet blinked. I'd believe that. But
Okay. Because I checked. I was like, okay, well he might be done then. So.
nah, I went for a solid 4. I went from noon to 4. I have the 4 hours of dump to prove it. But
That's fair.
yeah, yeah. By the end, I have a communications satellite in orbit around Kerbin, communications satellite in orbit around the closer moon, and a communications satellite in orbit around the further moon.
There you go.
Yeah. So I have
Yeah.
decent satellite coverage now.
Just had a. Wait, why is it? I'm not in see if it's a lie.
I'm live. Like, I don't know what to tell you. My software says I'm live.
Oh, yeah, well. Here, let me go back to it now. Load. Yeah, now you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably just
It's.
swap
You know
rooks
what's
there and then
interesting
take
is
on
it
F5 and
doesn't.
just open the position up there. The king.
So if I open Twitch before you started live, like
Mhm.
for some reason, maybe it could be my browser or something like that, it's not refreshing
Huh.
regularly. So
Yeah.
I can't tell that you are.
Yeah.
If I didn't refresh.
Mhm.
Oh, I hear myself.
Yeah. This this Discord chat it catches all the audio. So if I have anything else up with audio, including voice chat, that will show up on
That's
the
fair.
stream. Yeah. Smile, you're live. No.
Sometimes I feel like I sound. Well, it's weird listening to yourself sometimes.
Yes, it is. No, I honestly, I still fucking hate my goddamn voice. Because again, you know how fucking deep my voice is. I sound like 3 octaves higher than that to me, just normally talking.
That's fair.
And so it throws me the fuck off when I'm doing. But
Ah, man.
Intelligence, Constitution. What is a good third stat for a wizard? Wisdom, usually.
Wizard is
Yeah,
going
we
to
just
be-
had a very intense D&D session that I just finished. Literally, I just finished it.
Yeah.
How and what made it particularly intense?
Well, I'm pretty sure a character's dead.
Oh,
Rip.
Actually,
Which,
I think there's going to be further discussion on it.
Which game is this? Is this Ryan's or no?
This
That's
is
what
Ryan's, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, because you guys usually do that on Saturday, but like...
No, we've been doing it Sunday mornings. Well, normally it's a little bit later on Sunday. So the thing is, and oh, that does make sense.
What?
Yes, he was just putting up a couple of things. Because there's some things that some players felt like got mentioned a little bit later than they should have. That caused some actions to be taken, which then led to the capture of Zero. But there's other things that that in general led up to it. So we had a big discussion after, because Ryan had to go because he has to attend the funeral today.
Oh, lovely.
So it was so we had literally just finished up, and they were holding Zero hostage, and they had their like Earthbender guys, right?
Yeah.
And Kriv is a attack first kind of player, and it was stated
Oh yeah.
that any aggressive action would lead to your friend becoming a part of the wall.
Well.
And he cold clocked one of the guys trying to manacle him.
Well, yeah.
So then the held actions, then Zero became a part of the wall.
Rip.
Oh.
Like, and unfortunately, 2 players, so they handed out some drinks, and some players, like, we had drank with them before in the past. And she had poisoned the glasses. So 2 players failed their constitutions. One did. I actually sleight of hand faked that I drank, but I didn't. Because I had a feeling. I don't know. You just get this feeling like, oh, this is kind of weird.
Tarp detected.
Yep, exactly. And Grog was already questioning him because of the actions of this character's son. I was like, I don't trust your family. And then, what was it? Yeah, so then 2 players got essentially knocked out instantly to 0 HP.
Rip.
Like they're knocked out.
Bye. Goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. So we've lost 2 players already, and then we didn't get a short rest in. So there's no wild shape for our druid. And so it's myself, the fighter, the druid, and the bard. Our warlock and the cleric are down. So
Have chosen poorly.
yeah, well, and at this point, like, we're going to fight. Like, it's going to, like, at this point, they essentially killed a player. So it's like, nah, fuck you. I'm gonna kill you all. I don't care if I die. So it might be a TPK. We'll see.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be interesting. I do
That's
know
always
that
more-
there's some
that's always more
controversy involved, and some.
It's always more fun than that for a DM, though, is to just shatter the legs of one of your party members, toss him to the side, and say, "Now take care of him, and I'm gonna enslave the rest of you." It's always way more fun, in my opinion.
For what? Oh, shatter the legs. Oh,
Literally,
God.
bodily destroy the strongest party member to make a point, so that they're a cripple.
See, but they already murdered
Let them
someone,
make
so
a
now
new
we're
character,
fighting.
of course,
Yeah.
quietly on the side. Hush, hush. Don't tell
Yeah.
anybody. Say sorry.
No, I'm gonna
That's
prepare a new
consequence,
character
baby.
at this point. I'm definitely preparing a new
I
character.
just don't like TPKs in my games. That's just how I.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I will take out maybe I don't know, a quarter of the party, 2/3 of the party. Never the whole thing though. I'll give the party some.
Well, technically, one of the
unless they
players
all jump
cannot
off
get
it,
fully
goddamn.
eliminated.
See,
I
I
think it's
I'm
actually
still a
impossible.
thing.
It's part of their backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So if they, this would be kind of funny though. So when they die,
Sure.
their spirit goes into the next,
Astral
most
plane?
recently deceased, dead body.
What?
Yeah. So it's
What
part of
is
their
their thing?
background.
Their background.
Yeah.
They're a
and-
haunted one.
No. So part of the.
Oh, it's
his
extended.
warlock-
It's their like thing. It's his,
Well,
like,
yeah, because he's been
okay.
alive. Like he's been working for this. I don't know what
Patron.
Yeah.
patron it is, but until he completes his task, he can't be released. So then what happens is that if he dies, let's say, and like he's died so many times in the past like 2,000 years, because he's like 2,000 years old technically speaking. So every time he dies, like, so for example, in this campaign, we had first met the character, and then it was like an orc, an orc sorcerer guy, and then he must have died at some point, and then we found out later, because like his eyes are pink, so that's kind of like the telling feature, or her eyes, or whatever they are at the time, and we found the dead remains in a werewolf. Like the dungeon where they keep all the refuse for pink eyes. So then we ended up encountering the character when we went to this other continent, and at this point they're a dwarf, so a female dwarf. And
Hello, welcome aboard, Jaden.
yeah, so it'll be very interesting. I can say that much. It's going to be a very interesting session. Because who knows? Like, he could actually pop into one of the new characters, one of the current characters' dead bodies. Depending on how they die.
Speaking of body shifting, I am working on this raccoon necromancer as we speak. Did I tell you that it was because of a wizard rivalry? Did I mention that?
Yes.
That maintains. The DM has approved that. He's into it. But he did say, he's like, you can't have a strength. He's like, as a raccoon, you can't have a strength higher than 10 or a constitution higher than 10. And I'm like, that's fair. But also, why don't I just take the raccoon stat block? And he just looked at, he didn't look at me, but he's like, emojis that he said were like, no, don't do it.
I mean, aside from the fact that I'm pretty sure raccoons have has an intelligence of 0.
No, but with my intelligence, it's polymorph. That's the effect he's under.
Yeah.
A true polymorph.
Yeah,
But,
if we do survive the encounter, we might, like, we can't use a resurrection spell, we have to use true resurrection, so if we're going to bring back Zira. The struggle of D&D. The good news is that I wish I was in this savings. I'm also really disappointed in the limitations for the ring of jumping now.
What are the
They
limitations?
nerfed it.
Well, it's just so one line essentially destroys its utility. Like, it really nerfs it down. So, according to like the jump spell, your jump could, like, theoretically, I could have a horizontal jump if I'm running 51 feet horizontally, based on, I think, the strength modifiers, all the other fun stuff. And because it's essentially triple what your normal is.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm actually gonna switch over to a call.
Yeah.
Jaden's actually been helping me out here with blah 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 words with actual Kerbal, so I'm actually probably gonna flip over to that.
Here, let me and Max
Sounds good.
hop in. Oh, unless you're hopping somewhere else. Okay.
It's gonna be a call, so I can just include you guys in the call.
Oh, cool.
I think. Alright. That requires me to leave them. Alright. Set the call up, and then I think I can just add people to the call. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing alright.
Alright. Now, let's see if I can actually do this just fine. Yep, okay, there we go. Yep.
Heyo.
Ew.
Howdy.
Alright. Welcome aboard. The wonder that is Kerbal Space Program again.
People.
Yeah, I was running a little late today, so started a bit late. Alright. Oh yeah, I should probably actually build stairs on this one.
No. you can just strap small thrusters to the Kerbals and get them up into the shuttle.
Well, I mean, they do have the suit jetpacks, but
Is that a real thing? I was totally joking.
no, they do have jetpacking as part of the suit, but it only goes so well, and it requires you to be able to, you know, orient yourself. Whereas they have a bad habit of, like, if you jump into things, they bounce off of them, which is highly unfortunate.
Okay.
What's the destination?
I think with this one, we're gonna try to land on, we're gonna go ahead and actually try to land on Minmus, get as much science as possible, and then actually make it back for once. Is going to be the part
Oh,
on
they can
this
get
one.
back up there then easily.
Yeah, should do. I mean, there's no atmosphere on Minmus, so I don't have to worry too much about using anything other than Poodle engines, so. For efficiency. But.
Are there any heat shields or anything on the rocket?
There are not currently. I know that makes it trickier, but it is doable, I've found. If you just come in at the right angle, which who knows if I can, but if you come in at the right angle, just have a little bit of extra thrust to burn retrograde, you can re-enter. Plus, if I remember right, when I set this up, I have the actual heat stresses on like half of what they're supposed to be. So, I think I'm good. Nothing's overheated on re-entry yet. Let's put it that way.
So you have heat stress turned down?
Yeah, I have it turned down. Not off, but down. It's not the best, and this ladder is
Right.
not perfectly straight, but that's fine.
Alright, give me...
Yeah.
Well, I got a 17 on my stat block roll.
Nice.
Take that. We know that goes for intelligence, of course.
Alright, that should be good. We will save. Actually, I should put some aerodynamics on this, at least on the outside, so it's not terrible. Okay. Because these are. Get nose cones on. Stick some. That is now running to grab. That's fine. I think we're good there, at least for stability's sake. And so we're going to go ahead and attempt to launch. This is going to be what it is. We'll see how it works out. Poorly. Okay. Well. Not entirely sure why that happened, but here we are.
Don't look at it.
Yeah, it didn't even stay attached for some reason. Probably because I didn't use enough duct tape. That is something I forgot. I forgot to slap duct tape on everything.
Yeah, just throw duct tape at it.
Yeah. Why have I done this without actually doing the fucking 6?
Dun, 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 dun.
More duct tape.
That's a cool idea. I think I'm gonna flavor his school of like necromancy to be like voodoo. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. I was just like, what, what cultures have zombies? It's like, zombie, the term comes from voodoo. And I was like, what? Didn't know that. I should have, because I played Dead Island. I should have known.
I mean, it's later voodoo, but yeah, because early voodoo is just a amalgamation of Christianity with the existing beliefs on the Caribbean islands, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, let's see if this duct tape is enough to hold everything together. Save and launch. Now with extra duct tape. Yes. As said, the stress is still pretty high on that, on the connectors. But not terrible.
What happens? Right. Oh, that's a stable boy. Look at him. I'm sorry, all ships are so my bad.
Some of them don't, but we've managed takeoff and it hasn't fallen apart on the launch pad this time, so I'm gonna call that a net game.
Hi, I'm Bob the Necromancer, and today I'll be doing an unboxing. Grabs the shovel and puts it into the grass.
I mean, it's not inaccurate.
It's a guy in a crow mask, like a doctor's outfit too.
Yeah.
Good meat. Oh, there they go. Goodbye. Trouble seems fine with everything that's going on.
Now that I've cut all that weight, this is a lot more stable than I was expecting.
So have you planned that adjustment, or like you plotted it?
Nah, this is all ad hoc.
Can you set it up manual, like to automate it?
No.
No, you have to do it. Cool. It's kind of fun though. That's the game. It's the game.
Exactly. Like if they let you automate it, you would literally just set it up beforehand and then just go to sleep, which they do not let you.
Alright, apologies, I'm back.
Alright.
We've dropped weight.
Yeah, we're about to drop more, but
What do you call that?
That
A
was,
jettison?
Yep. Decoupling, but yeah.
Decoupling, got it.
Yeah. So we managed to get that.
I flunked out of space school.
If I just go on what the part's called, is all
So
I'm
you just
doing.
decoupled those?
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
whoa, that's
they will
cool.
fall back down eventually, because
Burning in the atmosphere.
yeah, close enough to be affected by the gravity, but yeah. So we're gonna want to wait till we get to the apoapsis, which is basically the furthest point away from the planet, and then we're gonna want to burn prograde for a bit. Prograde is the space fancy term for the direction you're already going.
Fancy.
ahead and warp ahead. And we're just gonna have the SAS tilt us towards prograde. And in 35 seconds, we're going to burn ahead.
I'm gonna put a big witch doctor hat on him that goes all the way to like his neck, because it's his old hat that he used to wear, but now he can't. So he just kept the hat though. Also, my DM was like, "How are you planning on hiding the stench from everybody now that since you do have, I am letting you start with undead?"
Prestidigitation.
Well, I said that would be too easy, and also it only affects a 1 foot space, and it's just sitting there rotting, so it will go away. Like, I'll have to keep recasting it essentially over and over constantly. So I just decided I said I will saran wrap him in a plague doctor's like robe essentially, and just load it with herbs and spices. It smells crazy, and if they smell like a slight tinge of rye, they'll just not be sure what that is. Be like, I'm a plague doctor. What do you expect?
Alright. So we are now in stable orbit on Kerbin itself. So let's see. I'm gonna want probably around here add a maneuver to burn prograde. That's my closest.
Cora. Shush.
Bark.
Yeah, she's go chillax.
It's
Yeah, go
Cora,
chill.
she's not gonna chillax.
That's true.
Alright, so I need to figure out where a good spot on this orbit will be to encounter Minmus, which does not...
But don't forget to set it as target, min-miss.
Oh yeah, thank you. I did forget, actually. Okay, yeah, so we have... Closest approach is there when I'm out there, so I'm gonna need to dial this back. Do I need to not burn as much? No, that does not seem to be helping. Of course, that's, well, it's within the delta V, but it's still more delta V than I want to burn. Do I need to do radial? Looks like I do. That'll at least put me closer in line. Still no encounter, though. Well, if I burn less prograde, actually. Okay, that... It's still more delta V than I'd like.
It's not going to be as good as last time, just because our orbit's different than last time,
Yeah.
but we can still shoot for good.
Yeah, that's not actually a bad encounter. It's a good hour and some encounter, so I think we'll go ahead and leave that there. Of course, that's behind me on the orbit, so we're gonna have to warp to it, but...
Go lay down, Cora.
I don't know why I went that close. Yeah, auto time warp canceled, because I need maneuver targeting. And since this is manned, I can actually do that, which is nice. am going to need to change tanks in the middle of this, which I don't like, but it's what it is. Still have about 4/5 of my Delta V left after this maneuver. But
Looking at it, you do have enough for the mission. The rocket is capable of it.
okay. Now we just have to see if I'm capable of it.
We're not just capable of it, but we have really big margins.
Mm-hmm. I do try when I'm building ships for that, at least. Because if I have more than enough, that's a good start. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Do have steady burn, unfortunately.
Yeah. I would have started to burn a little earlier, but
Okay.
yeah. That burn time indicator would be helpful.
Yeah. Like, it says, like, 1, and then, like, then when it goes neutral, I hit it, but it's like, at that point, I probably should have started earlier, because what I'm doing and what the indicator says I should be doing don't match up. It's like,
I actually don't think you have the indicator on. I think you're looking at something else.
well, there's a small one under the, like, fuel burn on there that has a, here's where you should be.
I think that's just how long it'll take for you to complete the burn.
Probably, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I think it's what you're saying, just how much is left on the tank timer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're correctly.
Still should be okay. We are gonna have to do a correction burn, I think.
Doesn't look like it actually. It's not as ideal as the margin we had on the the actual maneuver, but we do still have our encounter of a decent amount of time. So we might be fine.
Oh yeah, I was wrong. We look fine.
Yeah. Alright, so now I can go ahead and delete this maneuver, because we don't need it anymore. Go ahead and warp closer, but not too close. Because once we hit the periapsis, we want to burn retrograde. I don't know why I'm bothering to turn retrograde now. It's not going to help until we hit the encounter. Got about 28 minutes before we hit periapsis. We're gonna warp a bit closer. Bit closer. Probably about 5-10 seconds before periapsis will start burning.
Alright, you're about to go into orbit.
If you say so.
We are.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I had to basically kill my entire velocity to do it, but... Oh, wow.
Well, the gravity's low, and then we're also very far away, so orbital speed is very low.
Yeah, it's at 34.2 meters a second right now.
We still have plenty of fuel, though.
That is true. I do still have 2/3 of all my tanks. Yeah, so there's no point this far out. So we'll just go ahead and burn retrograde a bit more to... Okay, there we are. I do not like that, but which direction are we going? I think we're still going this way. No, we're going this way, I think. Let's check. 3 days. Okay, no, so we are going this way. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and warp. I think once we just get a fair bit closer, we just burn retrograde for braking, and that'll be it. At this point.
Yes, father. Thank you. Guys,
Yeah,
I have pizza ready.
nice.
Time to feast.
Yep.
Must feed.
Well, guess I'll be seeing you later.
Hold on, I have to summon the Elder Troll that lives within me to... It is also hungry. Hold on. Oh wait, I don't know how to speak Almanac. Damn.
It's a dead language.
It's a dead language. Stop yelling at your sister in Almanac. It's a dead language. Good critique, mother.
Yeah, the only concern.
Like French, German, whatever. Yell at her in those languages. Almanac, come on. Come on. Un caca.
Alright. Okay, that is too much warp. Got greedy there. I think I should start burning a little bit. Here, cut some of that speed.
What's our TWR?
What is that?
The thrust to weight ratio. You hit it by hitting the little orange button on the left, the bottom left.
30.9. 30.90.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Our PDF. Sorry. Yeah, we're gonna be able to slow down really fast then.
Yep. That's what I'm trying to take advantage of here. I got... Trying to keep it... What's the safe speed to be touching down with?
Say maybe 5 or around 5, give or take.
Okay. So I do absolutely want to feather with thrust as I go here.
So you can also make quick saves and quick loads.
That is true. And I should actually do... Now, what is the quick save hotkey?
F5.
F5, thank you. Oh, cannot quick save when about to crash. Fair dues. Too low, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. Accidentally gave it a bit too much. But now I am taking back down.
So you're falling, technically?
Yes. Yep.
Ooh.
Falling with style.
That's a timely Pixar reference. God knows how many years later. I don't want to be going 6 the other way, or sideways as I now seem to be.
Solid.
Alright, there we are. I'm going to flip, but I will land just fine. I'm not worried about it. Because the gravity is low enough that I can actually restabilize this. Don't ask me why or how.
You're just gonna somersault around for a bit.
Pretty much, actually, yes.
Your Kerbal seems semi-pleased.
Yeah. Bob don't care.
Whee!
Bob's having a great time. But yeah, as you can see, I was not kidding about that. I have managed to flip this thing back upright. Now the tricky part is keeping it upright. There we go. Alright, we have landed on Minmus, and I still have 2/3 of my tanks to
get home.
Yep. We're going to head and observe the Mr. U, and since the goal is to get home, we'll just go ahead and keep that, all of this data, all of this glorious, glorious science. Get a crew report going on, which we will also keep. Bob, you're going to go Eva. Eva report. Take surface sample. And now, let's see if I can do this correctly. No. Okay. Well, I hope my stuff works, because you have a job to do. That is to walk over here, plant a flag. Minmus landing. That's not a good sign. Oh, that was one of the landing gears. Okay. I think. I'm actually not sure what that was, but something exploded. All my engines are still there, though, so it's fine. Okay, cool. It does keep. Alright. And with that, I now need to get off this rock. And away we go. Jesus Christ. I need to actually cut down the speed on this so I can function.
It would also help if you had SAS on.
Thank you. I did completely miss that it was off. Thank you. Yeah, that should be more than enough. I do want to set... not that as the target. I want to set frickin' Kerbin itself as the target. You know what? Sure. I'll set the womb. No, I don't want to target the moon.
It's easier if you just scroll out a lot to like the planetary view, and then the
That
state
is
Kerbin.
a fair point, yeah. Kerbin, yep. Nope. Set as target. No target. Okay. Don't know why you're being a butt about this game, but thanks.
It should have been sized.
Yeah. Does not want to let me set Kerbin as a target, apparently.
That's fine. We know where Kerbin is.
That's somewhat true. Well, now I'm focused on Kerbin. Can I set it as a target now? No, apparently not. You know what? Fine. I'll set my one ship that's just stuck in orbit as the target. We'll do it that way, I guess. Going to add a maneuver. At the end of this, we want to go prograde. Oh, I saw an encounter. Yeah. Let's see if I've done this correctly. No, I have not. Or have I?
Have you done one of these before, a return from the moon?
I have not, actually.
Alright. You want to cancel out right now. You're orbiting Kerbin, so you want to get it to where you're leaving the moon, going the opposite direction the moon's going in.
Okay.
So yeah, you want your exit to be 90 degrees to Kerbin.
Okay. So it's just I want it about here, and I want to burn prograde for a while. I'm burning retrograde for some reason. I don't want that. So... this will curve me in the proper direction, but do I need to be radial up, radial down, radial in?
Prograde and retrograde are still your friend.
Yeah.
You shouldn't need anything else to get back.
Okay. We'll go ahead and delete this because I have no clue where all of this stuff is. Try.
It'd actually help if you get into a full orbit around the moon and then do it to give you more options.
Okay. Alright, well then. That's what we're gonna do. We'll just go ahead, warp close to the apoapsis, face prograde, and then just give it not a lot of juice, because I don't need a lot of juice at this point, but some. And we have orbit.
There. Now you can move the node around a full 360 degrees to get it more optimal.
Yeah. Seems like, oh, do we have a, or is that just the general escape? Nope, that's just the general escape. Okay. I think. I'll be honest, I can't really tell.
So you want your escape to be on the moon's orbital line of where the moon was.
So I want it to be along that, going that way. Okay.
Yeah. So that way when you leave the moon's sphere of influence, you're moving a lot slower than the moon, and you're just gonna fall back to Kerbin. Instead of pointing your approach directly at Kerbin.
So it's basically I want to give it just enough juice to leave orbit and then let gravity do the rest, or... Yeah, because it looks like this will actually put me, once I make it out of here, in a stable orbit around Kerbin.
Not exactly. God, this is hard to explain. Yeah, move your escape exactly 90 degrees from where it is now. Just pick up the node and move it.
Okay. So like that?
A
bit too far, it looks like.
90 degrees counterclockwise. Yeah, that what I'm seeing right now.
Yep. Okay, yeah, and that's gonna put me. Yeah, that's gonna be 2 seconds of burn to achieve too.
And then you're just gonna want to keep increasing speed prograde and make sure the node's facing that way and then you can just go back to Kerbin in this one burn directly from the moon.
Okay. So if I just keep increasing the prograde, oh wow, yeah, you're not kidding. Well, might actually need to move this to keep that there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then just keep doing that and until it's close to Earth. I mean, close to Kerbin.
Close to Kerbin, yeah. Earth Kerbin, same thing. Yeah, that is quite close. Yeah, it's still pretty far out, but I feel like at this point I might want to let that happen and then just try to burn retrograde once I get close.
Yeah, since the craft doesn't have good anti-heating, like heat shields or anything, yeah, that would be a good idea.
Alright, so we have our maneuver. It's only 6 seconds of burn, too. That is not bad at all. So face maneuver, which should just be prograde, but it's better to do it that way just to be safe.
Do you know why this makes sense, doing it like this?
Sort of. In the sense of, I understand that gravity sort of works that way because you're using gravity as the pull as much as possible, but not really the mechanics behind it, per se.
I guess I can try to explain the mechanics while we're just waiting around.
Waiting, 'cause we got 3 minutes. Yeah, absolutely.
So this works because pretend the moon just disappeared and you're just orbiting Kerbin where the moon is. This would be the equivalent of just burning retrograde.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
And what you were trying to do, aiming your orbital line at Kerbin, would have been the equivalent of trying to deorbit by burning a normal or an anti-normal.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna warp closer. Because I like to tempt fate.
Eventually, when we do interplanetary maneuvers, it's going to follow a similar concept to this.
Okay. Escape and begin orbiting Kerbin itself. I'm going to
But yeah, this concept of doing things like this is going to apply to pretty much everything. Interplanetary encounters, other moon encounters.
Makes sense.
Because again, it comes back to the prograde and retrograde.
Yeah. Relative to the gravity sphere is the I think that's the part that's choking me up, is that it's relative to the gravity of Kerbin in this case, as opposed to the gravity well I'm already dealing with.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just warp over closer to the periapsis. Huh. Wow, yeah, okay. Didn't realize it was that much, because now I'm moving back the other direction. Not the direction I thought I'd be moving.
Yeah, it's fine. We have plenty of fuel margins.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not worried about the fuel on that. It's just I expect it to be falling the other direction towards Kerbin on this orbit, not this way. So, alright, we do want to face retrograde. We're going to go ahead and warp closer. Yeah, I am moving quite quickly here, so I might actually want to start a reasonable amount of time further away. Go ahead and just start Probably could have done that all in one burn, actually.
I guess another concept I can explain while we're just waiting that's going to come in handy is the concept of arrow breaking and arrow capture.
Okay.
So that's the idea to where we could have, when we're at the moon, we could have burned to where our low point was going to be like midway through the atmosphere, maybe at like 50, 40 kilometers. And then when we passed through it, we would lose speed, and then we could just lose speed each time until our orbit naturally lowered.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Alright. Starting to approach atmosphere. It's because I don't want to hit too hard here.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess at this point, once we get in atmosphere, I can deploy the parachutes, but that's still gonna... Oh, I never retracted my landing pad. Whoops. Oh, well. Start that. It's gonna burn retrograde to mitigate the heat acquisition. Drag that just so it doesn't take as much G-force stress from re-entry.
Do you have a G-force stress turned on?
I believe so. Alright, I'm moving a little bit too slow. The braking worked a little too well there. Do love that it's nighttime and I didn't stick lights on this, though. That makes this rather difficult. Oh, well. Actually. Apparently we're high enough I can deploy the parachutes, so we're good. Or low enough, I guess.
And there we go. That's a return from a moon.
Yeah. I mean, I probably should have done that from the actual Mun before Minmus, but, you know.
Yeah.
Screw
They're about the same difficulty.
Okay. Yeah. We are gonna make it just fine. Oh, we're gonna splash down in the ocean. Oh well.
The Mun has a significantly lower gravity, but it's also farther away, so they both have similar delta V requirements.
Okay. Good to know. It's just one's a bit more turning and the other one's, well, timing it, I guess. Alright. Well, this should be the same because I'm over the ocean, which I could not see that far out, but this is fine.